Hello, my name is John Fisher. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be sharing my original music and hopefully doing piano and flute tutorials. Hi, John Fisher here. For beginner flute players, here's a video how to put your flute together and just some beginner pointers. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is to take it out of the case. You never want to hold the flute on the keys. You never want to touch the keys or bend the keys or anything when you're putting it together. So hold the flute in a place where there's no keys, right up at the top here, and hold it at the bottom, that kind of thing. And then you take your head joint, put this on first. You put it on with a gentle twisting motion. Okay, don't just try to jam it in there. And we'll align it. I'll show you how to align it after. But flute cloth, and you might have to clean those joints, keep them nice and clean. Never use Vaseline or oil on the joints. And then with that twisting motion, you put it together. So it should line up halfway with that bottom key, the post there. So if you're having trouble, if the head joint is loose or it's too tight and that sort of thing, take it to a professional. They've got the proper tools in the heating. To get started, the best way is to take the head joint, cover the hole at the bottom, and then just blow like you're blowing across on a bottle. So you're gonna have all kinds of problems trying to get a sound. So that's the first thing. You want to try to create a nice tone on your flute. So if you're moving it around, got too much breath maybe, you got to make the air very focused, very streamlined. So it's not a big wad of air, it's got a very narrow stream rather than a big wide stream, like water coming out of a hose. You want to put the nozzle on it so that it shoots even further, and there's more, power in the force, in the flow. So if it's breathy and that sort of thing, tighten up, make the hole smaller and focus the hole. So just move everybody's different, everybody's got a different mouth and lip shape, so just move the flute around. You don't want to be too far this way or this way, obviously. So right in the center, I kind of just kiss my flute a bit, and then that's where I know it's in the center. So practice that for a while, just try to get a good tone. If you can sustain a tone, so that'll be a little bit of work to do that, and then put the flute back together. And the first notes you're going to want to try to do are with the one hand, your left hand on G, A, and B. Those are the easiest notes to get in the low register, with your thumb on the back, either on both keys or one key there. And those are the easy notes to start with. So you want to make sure your flute's lined up. So I hold the second key down here, and I look down the barrel that this is lined up with the hole. And right now this is too far to one side, so I've got to move it and get it lined up. And it's still too far. There we go. And again, when you're doing all these adjustments, try not to hold the flute here when you're adjusting. So hold it at the bottom, or try to keep holding it up here, so that these keys are very delicate and they don't get twisted or put off center. So that's your first note. There's different tones that you can go for. You can go for a breathy sound, or you can go for the classic. So those are your first notes that you're going to try to get going. I'll go in more detail on those things. This was just a quick introduction. You can put your hand up to the wind that you're creating and just get a feel for, like you can feel when it's wide, when you have the holes too big, the air on your hand will feel really scattered and thin and sort of thing. If the hole's really small and you're really focused, you'll feel more of a pinpoint where the wind is touching. So try to create that with your flute. The easiest note that you're going to get, that you're going to play is G. Okay, so that's with your first finger, second finger, third finger. So you don't play the first key, it's the second key, then you skip a key, and that's your G note. And your thumb is either there or there on both keys, doesn't really matter for now. So the only way you're going to get good tone is by playing long tones. So just playing long tones, at first it's going to maybe sound too breathy. If you have too big of a hole, you got to find the position, and a nice breathy sound is a nice sound. That's a nice sound, but you can also get a deeper, richer sound. So it's just up to you to practice and work on your long tones. But I'll go into more detail on that as we go along. As far as holding the flute, it can be awkward at first. So you take it in short intervals and then rest. Holding up anything with your arms is going to be new muscle groups. It's going to be difficult. But to start, you can just rest the one and then just play with the one hand for now, your left hand. Just try to get those G, A, maybe B if you want to just your thumb on the one key here instead of the two. That's B flat. So then here you have your B. And just play those three notes, G, A, B. Mary had a little lamb. That kind of thing. So just trying to get your tones, trying to get your notes happening. If you have any comments or questions, just let me know. I should go over how you hold it. Obviously your thumb is on the back here, on the back key. And your left hand is on the upper part of the flute, and your right hand is on the lower part. So you cup your hand. It's kind of like holding a cup, how you would grab a cup, and then that's how you do it. So you don't want to be, your fingers draping over or anything. It's on the puffy part of the finger is on the key. So you're not on the tip, but you're on that puffy bottom part. And the left hand is the awkward one, where the flute rests. If you can see that, it rests on your index finger, on your first finger there. And again, it's like a pepper shaker or something, like you're trying to pick something up. Your fingers are curved. So if you're relaxed and you learn to get comfortable with the position and everything, that'll help you to progress. So you want to stay, your fingers need to be relaxed, and so you have to learn to be comfortable holding the flute up. It's held up with this hand too, with the thumb. But there are times when, you know, you're playing notes where you're hardly any fingers are on the flute, and it has to be held up by something. So obviously it's resting on your chin, and it's resting here, and often your baby finger is holding it, and then your thumb on your right hand. And hopefully the fingers aren't tensed up and holding it. Okay, so that's a good first start, good first lesson. Just review that and rewind the tape and review that, and all the best. So, okay, Mary Had a Little Lamb starts on B, so with your 3 fingers down and your thumb. So your thumb is on the back here, and then your G, your ring finger, your middle finger, and your first finger, index finger. Okay, so we're going to start on B. So that's the thumb and the first finger. It's on the second key there. Then you miss a key, then that's A, and that's G. So B, A, G. Okay, so we're going to start on the B. So B, A, G, A, B, B, B. Okay? Normally it goes, but for now we'll just do the B, B, B because we haven't learned that high. Trying to build up your tone and trying to get some notes and maybe a quick tune, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Those are the 3 easiest keys to learn on the flute. Okay? And then we'll add the E and the D and get a pentatonic scale going. But yeah, just try Mary Had a Little Lamb. If I missed anything, or if you have any questions, just be in touch and I'll help you out. Hello, my name is John Fisher. I use John Howard Keating Fisher because there's so many John Fishers, but I'm glad you found my channel. And if you like the videos, if you like the original music, I should have videos coming out with my piano playing, flute playing. Remember to subscribe and like the videos and share them. That'd be awesome. Thanks for helping out, and I hope I'm contributing something. Alright, thanks.